hot diggity dog, you guys. Welcome back to the Invested Dawg. And today we are talking about the world's, the famous, the one and only Parsons Corporation, ticket symbol PSN. If you want to talk only about the stock, go to that 10-minute mark. For everyone else that likes to know about the history behind the stock, why it's performing the way that it is, and what is it projected to be, stay tuned. We're going to get into the earnings versus revenues, earnings per share, analysis recommendations, financial highlights, and so on and so forth. So the first article that I want to pull from is from Tip Ranks, Know Who to Trust. Top executive makes bold move with fresh Parsons stock buy. What in the world is going on over there? New insider activity at Parsons has taken place on May 11th. That was yesterday. When they published this, I believe that they published this at 4 p.m. Oh no, 10 p.m. So this is really fresh news that's taking place. Today, it's only May 12th at 10 a.m. So that was less than 24 hours ago. Unlock the hedge fund's level data and powerful investing tools for smarter decisions when you go over here to their platform. Discover top performing stock ideas and upgrade to your portfolio market leaders with smart investor picks. So they talk about how Parsons, the president of Parsons and the CEO, Carrie A. Smith, has significantly increased her stake in the company by purchasing over 12,000 shares of Parsons stock in a single transaction, and that is valued to be at $624,000, a little bit over $624,000, closer to $625,000. That is a lot of money, and this is underscoring executive confidence in the firm's future performance. She thinks that it's going to do amazing. She thinks it's going to skyrocket to levels that they've never seen before. So Parsons shares rose about 3% to $50, over $50 after hours, as the CEO, Carrie Smith, bought over $12,000 shares, signaling the insider's confidence, while the company secured additional defense work, including a $34 million option year on the DTRA nuclear enterprise contract and a position on a new $2 billion U.S. Army Energy Resilience Program. That is great. Almost in every video, I say you need to be investing in defense. You need to be investing in precious metals. You need to be investing in natural gases, natural gas liquids. That is where the money is right now. Remember, you make money when you get in early and then it grows. You're not going to make as much profit if you get in late. Okay? So these ads are crazy. Okay, so according to Spark Tip Ranks AI analysis, PSN is a neutral. They're saying, okay, well, just because this CEO has confidence in this stock, in their company, doesn't necessarily mean that everybody else should be investing in them. I don't know. I beg to differ. I think that when you are investing in defense companies, at times of uncertainty, of times of, hey, the U.S. is almost at war with everybody in a sense. We have a lot of political conflict. This is a great investment to make. So the score is primarily supported by improving margins and steady free cash flow, plus a constructive earnings call with the reaffirmed guidance and record backlog and bookkeeping. So the year-to-date price performance is down 20%, almost 21%, and the average trading volume is just about over 1 million. Technical sentiment signals, they're saying to sell. They're saying, hey, we don't know. We don't have that much hope in it. The CEO begs to differ. The CEO is like, hey, listen, I'm putting my own personal money into this. I believe in this company. Going over to the next article, I want to talk about Parsons awards their contract to support Boring Company's innovative Dubai Loop program. Okay, so Parsons Corporation, again, ticket symbol PSN, has been awarded a contract by the Boring Company. Their ticket symbol is TBC to provide professional services in support of the Dubai Loop project and underground transportation within the Dubai United Arab Emirates in that area over there. What I like about reading this article was that Parsons is not only within the U.S. market, they're over in the Middle East. They're all over the place. So they have a little bit more of a cushion to make better profit margins. Under the contract, Parsons will act as TBC's delegated program manager, supporting designs, build activities for these projects. As part of this agreement, Parsons will provide integrated services, directly supporting BC with independent design verification, stockholder management, permitting, and NOC support for the Dubai Loop pilot phase. That is great. Parsons will also conduct multidisciplinary reviews of civil, constructional, mechanical, electrical, safety, and utility designs. That is absolutely amazing. If you don't already have this stock, again, check with me about the financial highlights. Let's brainstorm back and forth, ping pong back and forth ideas of why this could be a great stock for our investment portfolio during times of uncertainty, during times of recession. Every video I say money, wealth is made by transferring money from one pocket to the other. We're not hurting anybody when it comes to stock market investing. This is just a great free platform in a sense to say, hey, I have some money and I have a brain and I have ears and I have mouth. Why not let's do some research and see where I can put this excess money and how I can multiply it. How can I double it? How can I triple it? How can I quadruple it? I'm so glad that you guys are here at the Invested Dawgs channel. So anyways, back to this. In partnership with Dubai's Roads and Transits Authority, RTA, TBC has been tasked with delivering the Dubai's Loop, a multi-phase passenger transport tunnel project. This is an underground tunnel that they're aiming for. Parsons already worked extensively with the RTA, having supported the organizations with key transportation infrastructure projects in that Emirates area since they began in 2005, since they were incepted in 2005. And these include underground braking projects such as the Dubai Metro Red and Green Line, the Dubai Metro Route 2020 expansion, and the Dubai Intelligence Traffic Systems Center, and go on so more and so forth. So this is pretty decent. Let's go over to one last article that I want to get into the last 2 minutes before we hit that 10-minute mark and we bring in all those people that just wanted to skip all this good juicy stuff. All right, so Parsons was awarded position on a $136 million Air Force contract. What in the world? They're over Dubai. They're here in the U.S. They're everywhere. So Parsons, again, ticket symbol PSN, announced today on May 12th that they are going to be working with the U.S. Air Force and its 75th Civil Energy Group at Hill Air Force Base for multiple award task order contracts to provide the architect engineer services across the installation. The $136 million ceiling value contract consists of an 8.5, almost 9-year performance period and represents new work for the company. That is amazing. They have their hand everywhere. Under the contract, Parsons will compete for task orders to deliver architect engineering services supporting a range of infrastructure needs at Hill AFB. And the score of work includes the design, alterations, and repairs of the airfield, grounds, roads, buildings, and structures. This is amazing. They're in Dubai. They're here in the US. They have their hand in every place. This is a great article to read to see what they're doing. Now let's go ahead and move over to the stock. Right now, it is 10:17 on May 12th, 2026. And they opened up at, let's go down here. They were able to open up at $50.20. As of right now, they are climbing. You see this spike a little bit, and that is because of those articles that we just read. What the company just announced that they were going to be doing work with Dubai. They are going to be doing work with the U.S. Air Force. They have their hand in everywhere. Up 3% this week. Yes, they are down 40% within the last 6 months. However, that's okay. They are trying to implement changes. They're trying to broaden their horizon to make better profit margins, to make better revenue. Let's go down here and let's look at their revenue versus earnings. They've been pretty consistent when it comes to their revenue versus earnings. As far as their earnings, every year since 2022, it's been the same for the most part. Of course, maybe 100 million here or 500 or 50 million there, but it's been pretty consistent. You do want to see this only because then you can estimate where it's going to be 2026, where it will be 2027, where it will be 2028. You kind of have an idea of their past performance based upon their previous years, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, and we are in 2026 right now. Obviously, that has not been published. But earnings per share. Yes, they missed a few Q2 of 2025 and Q4 of 2025, but they were able to hit Q3 and Q1 on both sides. So they have a lot going on right now. I wonder how the stock will react in the near future. Of course, tell me what you think. This is all about brainstorming and pulling research, actual numbers together so we can decide if this is a smart investment to make. I think that this is pretty good so far. I don't necessarily like seeing these. However, they're doing a lot of revenue chasing. They have their hands in Dubai. They have their hands in the U.S. Air Force. So they're trying to make some money. Currency. Let's go down here and let's look at let's go back and let's look at the analysis insights. The analysis insights, just as we spoke about previously in those articles are saying it's neutral. Their analysis recommendations are saying, okay, wait, let's just wait and see. Hold on. These from Yahoo Finance is also kind of saying the same thing. There is a decent amount saying to hold, but there is a decent amount saying to buy. You know what nobody is saying? Nobody is saying to sell. Nobody is saying, hey, this is a horrible investment. And for me, that tells me that's worth looking into. For me, that tells me that's worth doing my research and seeing if this is a smart investment to make or not. They are, the analysis price targets right now, they are on the lower side, way below where they should be. They're sitting at $51. The low is $55. The average should be about $70 and the high is $80. So they are on the lower side. I wonder what is going to happen if this is going to keep going up due to the announcements that they just made. I mean, the stock market just opened up. Only an hour ago. They opened up at 9:30, and so from 9:30 on, it has skyrocketed to the general population. Their market cap is $5.26 billion. Enterprise value is $6.65 billion. Profit margin is almost 4%. That's decent. Obviously, we would want to get closer to like 8%, between 8 to 12%, but that is not the worst thing as of right now. That's not horrible. Their net income, $227.86 million. Let me know what you guys think. Let's bounce some ideas back and forth with one another, so that we can see if this is the right investment for us, and see if this is the right, if we're doing the right strategy to make profit, have some of that money be put into our pocket. And with that, you guys, this is the Invested Dawg. As always, I'm signing off. Please, please, please make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification. I do daily videos, sometimes multiple times a day, and you do not want to miss out on breaking news. As always, this is the Invested Dawg signing off.